Turn down the lights and lower your expectations.
You're listening to Boo You Gore with Jade and Annetta.
Spooks, sarcasm, and chaos await. Welcome to today's, I think this is the first episode of 2026.
This is, I say, welcome to 2026.
It's kind of cool. Well, I was going to go straight into it because, and I was like, this is really exciting of something Jade has told me before we started recording.
I was going to say, I don't even know what you're doing. I don't even know what you're doing today.
You don't. And I thought today was just so fitting for it. You know what? I'll say it and then I'll let you tell. No, you tell your story first and then I'll tell you.
We've got to do our Jades of our lives.
I'm just all skittish because I think this is so exciting.
So I was at the gym and I got recognised.
How?
I got
amazing.
Hey, do you have a podcast? And I have a witness. There was someone there when I opened there. And there was someone who had actually recognised my voice and had been into the studio at one point.
Yeah.
And when I'd said about like where my studio was located, he put two and two together and recognised it and come up and he's like, I didn't know if I should say anything or not. I didn't want to look like an idiot if I was wrong. And I was like, no, you've just made my fucking day.
I love that someone recognised your voice in a gym. That's amazing.
And it was funny actually because sometimes I listen back to episodes and I say things and I'm like, oh my God, Jade, stop.
Yeah.
Like the shit I say. But he said that he actually really loved listening to us because we weren't PC.
Nice. I love that.
It's like, very good. You'll never get PC out of me.
Yeah. I literally tell everyone when I explain it, I'm like, we're just really cash.
I just want to apologise for Jade. And I'm still holding back. Imagine if I didn't.
You do let go. There's a few things I've cut before, but that's I think when we first started and I was a bit not scared. I think I thought I don't know what the word is, but because my mum was going to listen and I don't know if she does. But you know what? She probably wouldn't even understand half of what we're saying.
You see her, she'll be like, I don't like you being friends with that Jade girl.
I should never do that.
Jade is a horrible person.
Well, I have a little segue, I guess, into today's episode. Today was my first day back at work.
Yeah.
And after the Christmas break, that is. And it's Monday as well. So I am doing...
I know what you're going to do. I know what you're doing.
Brenda, I don't like Mondays, and Spencer.
As soon as you said Monday, I was like, I know what it is.
I just thought, because I had someone else that I was going to do, which you don't know as well. But then, I was like, wait a minute, we're recording on Monday. I was like, you know what, let's just do this.
Nice.
This is perfect fit. It was my first day back and not saying work was...
That would be a really bad time to say you wanted to shoot people instead of go to work.
For those that don't know, Brenda Ann Spencer is known for the Cleveland Elementary School shooting, and she was one of the first females school shooters.
Yeah.
So she even herself says she's influenced a lot of people for school shootings. She thinks she's like this.
What a flex.
The school shooting took place on January 29th, 1979 at Grover Cleveland Elementary School in San Diego, California in the US. The principal and a custodian were killed. 8 children and a police officer were injured. 16-year-old girl, Brenda Spencer, who lived in a house across the street from the school, was convicted of the shootings. 16-year-old.
That's crazy.
Yes, it is crazy. So charged as an adult, she pleaded guilty to 2 counts of murder and assault with a deadly weapon and was sentenced to life in prison with a chance of parole after 25 years. As of 2025, she's still in prison, thank God, because you'll hear listening to this episode, you'll be like, she's not remorseful. She doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
So it's good that she's still away. A reporter spoke to her by phone while she was still in the house after the shooting and asked her why she committed the crime. She reportedly answered, I don't like Mondays.
Yes.
This livens up the day.
Oh.
Yep.
Well.
I don't like Mondays. So she just went on a crazy rampage and shot up a school from her house.
Nice.
Because she doesn't like Mondays.
Well, that's as good a reason as any, right?
Oh, yeah. Jesus. So Brenda Ann Spencer was born April 3rd, 1962. And she was born to Dorothy Nadine and Wallace Edward Spencer. They married on December 12th, 1954 in Chula Vista and had 3 children. Brenda was the youngest. In January 1972, after Dorothy found out her husband had been cheating on her with multiple women, she filed for divorce, as you do. After her parents separated, Brenda allegedly lived in poverty with her father. Both father and daughter slept on a single mattress on the living room floor in a house strewn with empty bottles from alcoholic drinks. At later parole hearings, she claimed to have been subject to total neglect from her mother and sexual abuse from her father. The accusations have been disputed by the respective parents. At the time, she lived in a house across the street from the school. Aged 16 at the time of the shootings, she was 5'2", which is 157 centimetres for those that prefer centimetres, and very thin and had bright red hair. Acquaintances said Spencer expressed hostility toward police officers, had spoken about shooting one, and had talked of doing something big to get on television. So from the get-go, you can't plead insanity with that.
Yeah.
That's pretty much premeditated when you're just telling everyone you're going to do something like this.
Absolutely.
Although Spencer showed ability as a photographer, winning first place in a Humane Society competition, she was generally uninterested in school. She attended Patrick Henry High School, where one teacher recalled frequently inquiring if she was awake in class. Later, during tests while she was in custody, it was discovered that Spencer had an injury to one of the temporal lobes of her brain. It was attributed to an accident on her bicycle. So that's an interesting piece to know that.
Another
I guess
injury.
that is an insanity thing, but it's hard to... People that have like serial killers, I know this isn't a serial killer, like it's quite different to go on a murderous rampage and shoot people and then serial kill like over a space of time. But we look at a lot of those cases and a lot of those have got brain damage and things like that.
I wonder at what point, because I do hear like a lot of the podcasts I listen to, they do bring it up because a lot of people, like it's a real common denominator in serial killings and mass killings and basically, you know, damage to the part of your brain that makes decisions. Of course, you're going to make bad ones. I wonder at what point that is actually going to be considered a defense because they're really pushing it. And I guess as crazy as it sounds, like, you know, could sound like a little bit of a cop-out, but the proof is literally in the pudding that it is an actual defense.
So you thinking they'd obviously plead insanity and then go into a mental institution?
Yeah, like medical, I don't know.
Have some, like, whether they'd medicate. It's hard. Like, what are you medicating for?
Yeah, well, that's it. Like, could they even medicate for it? Like, I don't know if they could, but it's, you know, if it has been proven time and time again that affects the decision-making center of your brain. So then can you be held fully responsible for your decisions? But what's the alternative if you have a head injury, you live your life in a institution just in case you become a murderer?
But then you could kind of go down the whole path of, like, say, people with autism, pretty high on the spectrum. You're not necessarily all there, but you don't have those decision-making skills and things. So then could someone like that then plead insanity? And
yeah, true. Where do you draw the line? Just don't bang your head, apparently.
Try not to get brain damage. Spencer described herself as a radical and referred to police officers as pigs, exclaiming, "All right," when seeing news on TV about police officers being killed, often talking about wanting to kill police officers or blow them away. Some classmates described her as crazy and reported being scared of her.
Good reason.
I was going to I had a picture on my little notes thing, but I'm not laughing at her, but she has a full mullet. She was, you're like, yeah, she's a shooter. But I didn't want to be...
She's got those Jeffrey Dahmer glasses.
Just the haircut, I think, just really threw me. I'm not being judgmental. In early 1978, staff at a facility for problem students into which Spencer had been referred for truancy, informed her parents that she was suicidal. That summer, Spencer, who was known to hunt birds in the neighborhood, was arrested for shooting out the windows of Grover Cleveland Elementary with a BB gun and for burglary. Police reports and eyewitnesses do not mention the use of a BB gun during the school vandalism. She was just always getting in trouble. She was just a shit stirrer. In December 1978, prior to the shooting, while she was still on probation for breaking into the school, a psychiatric evaluation arranged by her probation officer recommended that Spencer be admitted to a mental hospital for depression. Her father refused to give permission.
No.
And this next bit, it kind of almost broke my heart, but at the same time, you're like, maybe it's just a piece of shit. And it was like, for Christmas 1978, he gave her a Ruger 10-22 semi-automatic, 22 caliber rifle with a telescopic sight and 500 rounds of ammunition. Spencer later said, "I asked for a radio and got a rifle." Asked why he had done that, she answered, "He bought the rifle so I would kill myself."
Oh, wow.
So instead of sending her away to a mental institution, knowing she was suicidal, he bought her a gun instead.
Jesus.
Father of the year. So then obviously this is a whole nurture nature thing again,
Yeah.
where you can see the whole upbringing kind of sent her into a wild.
And I guess like for what she had as a home life, prison was better than her being at home.
Yeah. So on the morning of Monday, January 29th, 1979, Spencer began shooting from a house at Children across the road from her house, waiting for 53-year-old Principal Burton Ragg to open the gates to Grover Cleveland Elementary. She injured 8 children. She began with 9-year-old Cam Miller, since he was wearing Spencer's favourite colour, blue. Spencer shot and killed Ragg, the principal, as he and teacher Daryl Barnes tried to help children. She killed 56-year-old custodian Mike Suka as he tried to pull a student to safety. A 28-year-old police officer, Robert Robb, had responded to a call for assistance and was wounded in the neck as he arrived.
Jesus.
Police prevented further casualties by moving a garbage truck in front of the school entrance to obstruct her line of fire. After firing 36 times, Spencer barricaded herself inside her home for several hours, from where she spoke by telephone to a reporter from the Evening Tribune, who had been apparently calling random telephone numbers in the neighborhood to find her.
Wow.
I don't get how that works. I don't know if there's certain area codes. I don't know how it works in America. Because ours is like not necessarily.
Yeah, that's it. There's no real correlation between our number and our next door neighbor's number.
Yeah, in an area. Yeah, exactly. Do we even have home phones?
Yeah, I was going to say, that's if you even have a home phone.
Yeah. So Spencer told the reporter she'd shot the school children and adults because I don't like Mondays. This livens up the day. She told police negotiators the children and adults whom she had shot were easy targets and that she was going to come out shooting. She surrendered and left the house after being promised a Burger King meal by negotiators. I think I did write it a little bit later, but essentially she wanted to pretty much be shot then and there. She didn't want to live through that. She wanted them to shoot her as she came out.
Suicide by cop.
Kind of, yeah.
Wow.
So several counts identify the Cleveland Elementary School shooting in San Diego as the earliest recorded elementary school shooting in the United States. The perpetrator, Brenda Spencer, is often regarded as the first modern high-profile school shooter. According to the New York Daily News, her actions marked a significant turning point in American history, with some referring to Spencer as the mother of subsequent school shootings, including those of Columbine and Newtown. The school shooting trend had increased since 1979.
Wow.
San Diego County Deputy District Attorney Richard Sachs noted that Spencer hurt so many people and had so much to do with starting a deadly trend in America. In a 2001 statement, Spencer acknowledged the potential influence of her actions on later incidents, remarking, "With every school shooting, I feel I'm partially responsible. What if they got the idea from what I did?" So Spencer was charged as an adult. She pleaded guilty to 2 counts of murder and assault with a deadly weapon, which I did say above. On April 4th, on April 4th, 1980, a day after her 18th birthday, she was sentenced to concurrent terms of 25 years to life in prison. 1 counts of attempted murder were dismissed. In prison, Spencer was diagnosed with epilepsy and received medication to treat epilepsy and depression. While at California Institution for Women in Chino, she worked repairing electronic equipment. So she kind of kept herself busy, kind of did the right thing while she was there, and well, she's still there. Under the terms of her sentencing, she became eligible for hearings to consider her suitability for parole in 1993. At her first hearing in 1993, Spencer said she hoped police would shoot her and that she had been a user of alcohol and drugs at the time of the crime, although the results of drug tests done when she was taken into custody were negative. So she's just kind of talking shit.
Yeah.
At her 2001 parole hearing, Spencer claimed that her father had been subjecting her to beatings and sexual abuse, but he said the allegations were not true. The parole board chairman said that as she had not previously told anyone about the allegations, he doubted the truthfulness, which I don't blame him. Like, if you've gone to a hearing before this one as well and haven't mentioned any of that, kind of like, why would you not have
trial and everything?
Why would you not? Obviously, we're not her and don't know what her thought process was, but that's something you would think would
have come up sooner.
Yeah. In 2005, a San Diego deputy district attorney cited an incident of self-harm from 4 years earlier when Spencer's girlfriend was released from jail as showing that Spencer was psychotic and unfit to be released. Early reports indicated that Spencer had scratched the words courage and pride into her own skin. Spencer corrected this during her parole hearing as reading unforgiven and alone. So that's kind of crazy. In 2009, the board again refused her application for parole and ruled it would be 10 years before she would be considered again. In August 2022, Spencer and the Board of Parole Hearings agreed that she was not suitable for parole and that she'd not be eligible for another hearing for a further 3 years. In February 2025, she was denied parole once more. She remains imprisoned at California Institute for Women in Chino. Next opportunity for a parole hearing will be in 2028. And honestly, I don't think they're going to let her out then either.
How crazy because every time there's a parole hearing, like that would bring everything up for the families again.
Yeah, whether they'd get requested to come to court, whether they have to do testimonies, things like that again.
Putting that the families through that continuously.
It's shit. So a plaque and flagpole were erected at Cleveland Elementary in memory of the shooting victims. The school was closed in 1983, along with a dozen other schools around the city due to declining enrollment. In the following decades, it was leased to several charter and private schools. From 2005 to 2017, it housed the Magnolia Science Academy, public charter middle school serving students in grades 6 to 8. In 2018, the school was demolished to construct a housing development, and the plaque was relocated to the former school's southern edge, at the corner of Lake Atlan Avenue and Lake Angela Drive. In the months following the shooting, one of Brenda Spencer's first cellmates, a 17-year-old girl, moved in with Spencer's father, eventually marrying him on March 26, 1980 in Yuma, Arizona.
Oh my God.
Yep. They had a daughter together, after which she fled the household and eventually divorced, leaving Wallace Spencer to raise their child alone.
Oh.
Wallace Spencer died in February 2016. On January 17, 1989, almost 10 years after the shooting, there was another shooting at a school coincidentally also named Grover Cleveland Elementary, this one in Stockton, California. 5 students were killed and 30 injured. I've got a random tidbit as well about this whole case. So, you know the song I Don't Like Mondays? That was written about this case.
Yep.
So Bob Geldof, then the lead singer of Boomtown Rats, read about the incident when a news story about it came off a telex at WRAS-FM, the campus radio station at Georgia State University in Atlanta. He was particularly struck by Spencer's claim that she did it because she did not like Mondays and began writing a song about it called I Don't Like Mondays. It was released in July 1979, was number 1 for 4 weeks in the United Kingdom, and was the band's biggest hit in their native island. Although it did not make the top 40 in the US, it still received extensive radio airplay outside of San Diego area, which I suppose that's nice of them,
Yeah.
despite the Spencer family's efforts to prevent it. Geldof later claimed that Spencer wrote to me saying she was glad she'd done it because I'd made her famous, which is not a good thing to live with, though Spencer denies ever contacting Geldof.
Yeah.
That's all I have on that one. But I don't know, I feel like that's really short.
Jesus.
I've breezed through that. That is a quick little one, but I think I wanted to do that one specifically just because it was Monday.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
it wasn't a big crime. It wasn't a long crime. I mean, it was a big crime. What am I trying to say? Like, it wasn't a long crime, is what I'm kind of trying to get to.
I think the shooting was like 6 minutes or something, wasn't it?
Like, it was a very short period of time, and then she was, locked, barricaded in her house for ages. But, like, what the fuck? And just poor innocent children. I don't understand school shootings.
No way. You're not, I mean, not that I could understand it, but, like, it's a different situation if someone rocks up at the school and shoots their bully.
Yeah.
But
like, you've got years worth of, like,
that's it.
Memories in that place. And
that's
like,
it. It's
negative,
targeted against a person who's given you a negative experience.
Yeah.
But the ones that just rock up and just shoot anything that moves.
Yeah.
Like, what are you
I don't
achieving?
understand that. I don't understand anything like that. Like the whole Bondi Beach shooting.
That's disgusting.
I just don't understand what killing innocent people is going to do. That, like, the whole, like I was saying, the Gaza Strip and, like, them killing whoever and people bombing whoever. I'm like, what is that getting you? Yeah. I don't understand.
It's not solving the problem.
Yeah.
Like, it's literally just people trying to flex how big their dicks are.
Yeah.
Like, we've done more damage than you.
Yeah.
Just give in because we've done more damage.
Yeah.
Like,
that fucking Bondi thing.
That
was insane.
Yeah, that Bondi thing was absolutely disgusting. It sounds so disrespectful saying that Bondi thing, but the shooting at Bondi Beach on, was it Christmas Eve or something, 23rd of December or something? Was insane. I can't believe that something like that has happened here.
And we've been yammering on in our episodes about how great Australia is, about not having all these shootings and things, and then this happened. We don't look like idiots, but...
But like now they're trying to... Because honestly, I haven't...
It was 14th of December.
Oh, yeah.
It was early December, yeah.
Like I saw something about now they're trying to ban more guns, which I have no interest in ever owning a gun, so it makes no difference to my life.
Yeah.
But these guns that the guys had, I saw something saying that you had to be part of a gun club or something to own these guns.
Mm-hmm.
But if these guns are capable of doing that much damage and you've got to be in this certain club to be able to own the guns, why don't the guns have to stay at the club?
Yeah, why are they...
You should be able to own it, be registered with the club, but that gun stays in your locker at the club. You can go down there, you can shoot it there, but there's no reason for you to take it home.
Exactly. If you're polishing it, cleaning it, do it at the club.
Exactly. Like that... I don't...
For such a gun that was like high caliber, I don't know how to describe guns that are fucking insane and intense that you don't need for hunting.
That's it. Like that's not a... I mean...
I know a lot of like farmers and like people further into the country, more in the outback.
That's it.
They have guns and rifles and things, a lot for protection from on animals, not people.
Yeah, even for their own livestock. You know, you're out there, you've got 7 million sheep on your property. Sheep gets caught in a fence.
You got to take it. Yeah,
with
it.
There's no need for someone who's just living in suburbia to have all those guns. Maybe if they adjust the law that like you can't have the gun living in a certain area or something, I don't know. But it wasn't the guns that did the killings.
Yeah,
it was just the people.
I know a lot of people say there's so many, not coincidences. Like you look at the facts I don't know how to get into all this shit, but
it's so hard to have an opinion and not come across offensively in any way with things like this. I think what was done was absolutely fucking appalling.
Mm-hmm.
But I think people pointing fingers at certain races and certain religions is not the answer. It was those two people. They were radicalized.
The mum, but he was a good boy. There's so many memes that I've seen where there's a photo of someone doing something and then underneath it's like, oh, but their mum thinks they're a good boy.
How crazy that, you know, like that poor woman, that was her son and her ex-husband.
Oh, they weren't together?
No. Okay. Apparently I saw something online that said when the husband and the wife separated, that's when he got his all radical.
I was going to say, that's very, like, they don't do divorce, do they?
Well, I've also seen, and everything you see, there's like going to be a million stories for everything. But I also saw something that said that they weren't any form of Arabic, that the dad was Indian and the mum was Italian.
Well, that's very random.
Yeah, so the son is Indian Italian, but when the husband and wife separated, he converted to Muslim, and then he's then in turn radicalized his son. But there was an interview on TikTok with a guy who worked with the son who said when he left on the Friday, he was like, I'm going to be remembered.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't remember his name, but just that photo of him.
And you know, you see so many people that were carrying on about race and everything with it because they do look Middle Eastern. So everyone quickly jumped on that bandwagon. But like, I've actually had someone on my Facebook delete me over it because she went on a very, very racist rant about it. And at the time, like, it had just happened. So at the time, I also thought that the shooters were Middle Eastern and, you know, brought to her attention. But what about the guy Ahmed, what about him? What about the two people that actually lost their lives trying to fight the dad? The minute they saw him get out of the car and put the flag on the window, they were both shot and killed. They were all immigrants.
Yeah.
This isn't an immigrant issue. This is those two blokes issue. And it's very, very interesting to see what's going to happen to the son in prison because he's already had to move prisons.
Really?
Yeah. Because normally these mass shooters, they don't end up in jail. They end up dead.
That's true.
This one's alive.
And because we don't do like death penalty or anything, it's not like he can be secluded in like death row.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. And thanks to...
So obviously they're all like... they want to kill him in there.
Yep. There's nowhere safe for him.
Yeah.
I was listening to something on the radio the other day that said there's nowhere safe for him because the prison guards don't want him in their prison. The prisoners don't want him there. The guards don't want him there.
I didn't even think of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because everyone would just have so much hatred to, like, that's all his cause is just so much hatred against him, not against whatever he was trying to fight for, whatever his reasoning was. They just hate him.
And then there was all the issues with the dad because no cemetery wants him buried. The indigenous, so because he was meant to go to a Muslim cemetery, and they've all said no.
Oh, really?
We don't claim him. We don't want him on our land. And then indigenous community got together and said no, we don't want him buried on Australian soil.
Good.
So I'm assuming the only thing they could do would be send him home.
Or throw him in the ocean. I don't know.
Yep. Because he was an immigrant.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think the only thing they can do is send him home. And he was not supposed to be cremated or something because of his beliefs, and they cremated him.
Suck on that, bitch.
Yep.
Wow. I love that no one will claim him.
Yep. And they've all said no. But that I also saw, like, change of subject, with Bevan Spencer von Einem. He's been cremated, and now they don't know what to do with him.
Yeah, I think I've seen a news guy talking on the news being like, we had to do something with him. Like, we get his Bevan Spencer von Einem, but
that's it.
We have to do something with the body.
Like, he's got no family left, so no one's claimed him. And yeah, what did they do with him?
Yeah.
I mean, all they could do
really. What
really.
happens if there are people that die, like whether it's people in an old folks' home or anything like that, and then obviously have no relatives or anything. What do they do there?
Yeah, God knows. Unless they've like made their own funeral arrangement plans. But I guess with him, like von Einem, he belonged to the state, so he wouldn't have really had a choice. I mean, the only thing they could do, I guess, is put him in with his mother.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, like, do you deserve the respect? I think just stick him in a fucking glass box as an exhibition in the fucking prison or the museum or something.
Next to Bevan Spencer von Einem's ashes.
That's it. Like, charge to get in there to see him and fucking recoup some of the recoup some of the money we've lost keeping him alive for the last bloody 40 years.
Make a little prison fund.
That's it. Like,
Jesus.
Do something. There's money somehow. I don't know.
Well, it's Monday for you. I don't know why, but every time I say I don't like Mondays, I think of like workplace shooting. I don't know why. You think like Mondays, you got to go to work. It's such a drag.
Yeah.
That's why I obviously did this case today. Then I was like, I'm always so nice to everyone. And is it because I don't want someone to stab me with a pencil or something? Someone's going to come shoot up the office. I just be nice to everyone.
It's like Billy Madison. You just make sure you apologise to anyone you were rude to.
Cross me off their list. But yeah, that's I don't like Mondays. Brenda Spencer.
Yes.
It's a very short theme, one, but
Bevan Spencer, Brendan Spencer.
Yeah, little theme. Last three cases last three episodes, that we've done have been a Spencer.
Bevy Spence and Brenny Spence.
It's from America. Spencer's such a common name. Right. It's a short one. I guess we're just easy breezing on into 2026. We've got a few cases up our sleeves that we've both researched.
Yes.
Just continue on how we do.
That's it. Doing what we do, and
glad that you guys are actually listening and recognizing us in public. Either that Adelaide is really small, or that's insane. I still can't get over that.
I was only thinking about it the other day though, and I was like, maybe I need to watch the things I say because
you don't want to offend someone, and then someone comes to you.
Yeah, someone's like, I've worked out who you are.
Yeah,
shit.
Jokes. Well, I think by now most people know what Gore is like.
True.
We're not PC.
No.
Yeah, we're definitely easy breezy and on the lighter side. But I think that's, like we've said before, how we cope with, I guess, reading such heavy info on these cases.
Got to find that little joke in everything, I guess.
We have that same. Oh no, I think you're a bit past me, but we're sort of pretty close on the cusp of like really dark humor.
Oh yes,
you're definitely way over me,
and I still censor myself.
Don't
sometimes.
I say that.
You remember you said that? Yeah, I was gonna say it's easy for you to say. I'll go back and listen to the episode, and I'll be like, oh, I did. Oh no, that's gone. There was one episode a couple of weeks ago where I'd said something completely unhinged and I couldn't wait for the episode to go live to see if you left it in or cut it out. And I was listening and I was like, nah, it's gone. I can't even remember what it was. I was going to message you at the time and be like, spoil sport.
Sometimes, though, sorry to cut you off, I was going to say sometimes when we say things, though, we lose it, though, and then the audio of it isn't necessarily, so then they won't even get the joke.
I've actually finally there was an episode Annetta did probably a month or two ago, and she fucked up a word. And we
I forgot about that.
both lost our shit. And then when we went back through at the end, I recorded us losing our shit because I'm going to make a TikTok about it. And it was like 5 minutes and 43 seconds.
It was long.
Of us just
crying,
completely bawling in tears of laughter because
I was saying
it was
something
ankle.
about cutting.
Yeah.
It was where he had, I think it was Oscar Pistorius' case.
It was, yeah.
And I was trying to say where he had his leg amputated.
Yep.
And I was trying to say below the knee and above the ankle.
Yep.
Between there. But I said the word ankle wrong. And then every time I tried to redo the sentence, I kept getting shorter and shorter and I just could not finish the sentence because I kept thinking of me saying that. Oh, and then, that was hilarious.
And then you felt bad because it seemed like you were laughing at the child having the amputation, which wasn't what we were laughing at all. It was the way you said ankle, and then it just got worse and worse and worse to the point I think it got down to like as soon as you opened your mouth,
I literally said one word, and then
it went from like a full sentence to 3/4 to half a sentence to a couple of words to a word, and we were just losing it. So poor Annetta, she's definitely got her work cut out for her when it comes to editing sometimes. But yeah, I'm editing that to put it up, but I just, again, want to make sure that it doesn't come across as like you laughing at the child having his leg amputated. It was laughing at the way you said ankle. Yeah, it was great.
Because I have a hard time speaking sometimes, even this episode. I don't know why, because I was going to say I don't talk that much. I do talk a lot. Yes, I do. I don't shut up. I was going to say, I build up a lot of saliva in my mouth and then I just, I try not to dribble.
Just dribble. It's your house.
It is, yeah. I just need a bib for every episode.
Oh, fuck. How good.
Well, I don't like Mondays. I used to love Mondays. I'm trying to not be negative about Mondays. Because I don't want to end up like Brenda Spencer.
Monday's my one day of the week off, so I fucking love Mondays.
Nice. Gotta love being a tattoo artist.
Yep.
Yes.
But then I work every weekend, so
yeah, that does suck.
It does have its downfalls, but
right, hit all the bells so you get notified when we post. Yes. Just a little like on Instagram and on the episodes if you wish. But
I'm sitting here nodding my head like you can see me. But we will see you guys next fortnight.
Bye.
Bye.